The suspect lied about his name and age, hiding behind a phone screen, using everyday apps like Facebook and Instagram to reach out to young girls from ages 12 to 17. Many people use the trails at Onondaga Lake Park to walk, but due to frequent rain and melting ice caps, the walkways look like this. But this fight is about more than just one denial. The bigger question is, how does the federal government decide which disasters qualify for help? More than half of the Syracuse City School District students were chronically absent. That number has now dropped by 10%, but community members say there's still more work to be done. If you're in Georgetown and you've smelled something funky or run into some traffic, it is because there is a gas leak. That begs the question, what exactly is a conclave? This marks the second hotel owner to plead guilty to stealing taxpayer dollars. The change in traffic patterns happened only just yesterday, but considering construction happening behind me, today was a virtual snow day for students here at Syracuse, and many of them are participating in a long-standing tradition on Krause Hill. Did you know there's going to be 106 days of summer this year?
No. I wouldn't have believed you.
No, I didn't.
Rhode Island is home to the nation's first offshore wind farm. Projects already under construction are moving forward, but the future of offshore wind is being decided here at the Department of the Interior.
We were the guinea pig.
Block Island Wind Farm started 10 years ago and has been running ever since. The Trump administration has tried twice to stop the next wind farm, which is known as Revolution Wind, but both times courts sided with the project. Now, the fight is no longer just with Revolution Wind, but with the future of offshore wind itself.
We will continue to make the case to both this administration that has been hostile, but also in the Congress. But we do know this, renewables are cheaper and they're more efficient.
Senator Jack Reed says he's already taking next steps to protect future offshore wind projects through the National Defense Authorization Bill.
We have language that requires that the report by the Department of Defense be completed in 180 days, and any reasons for a denial or modification have to be specified.
The next project in line is South Coast Wind, but it still doesn't have its full permits from BOEM, the federal agency that oversees offshore wind. And even if it did, it would face opposition at home.
South Coast is proposing to draw in cold ocean water from depth, run it through the system to absorb the heat, and then it gets discharged shallow, but at a much higher temperature, to the tune of 8 million gallons of hot chlorinated water per day. 12 News reached out to both BOEM and the Department of Energy. Neither responded. The future of offshore wind is in their hands. Reporting in Washington, Marisa Nuñez, 12 News. Historians call it the Matilda effect, a term named after Matilda Joslyn Gage that describes how women's contributions are often overlooked or credited to others. And for Gage, that couldn't be more than true. But thanks to the documents her granddaughter preserved, her story is still being told today.
Happy birthday, dear Matilda.
At her 200th birthday party, Matilda Joslyn Gage was remembered with cake, music, and thank yous. But there was a time when her story wasn't remembered at all.
Too many of our history books give the suffrage credit to just Anthony or just Anthony and just Stanton.
Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton are often thought to be the forefront of the women's suffrage movement. The truth is, Gage was working alongside them, and each year during Women's History Month, her story is brought to light.
This is the moment in time where people are looking for women's stories. They're looking for erased women's stories, and there is no more epitome of that idea than Matilda.
For growing up in an abolitionist family and drawing inspiration from the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, Gage shaped her lifelong fight for equality. She's the first woman to vote in Fayetteville, casting her ballot in a school board election.
She knew she wasn't fighting for herself and for her era of women. She knew she was fighting for the next generation and the next generation.
Gage believed the fight for equality was never over, a message that still resonates with many today.
We need to remember that we need to educate our children and our grandchildren and our future generations that these rights belong to us and we need to fight to maintain them and protect them.
If you missed her birthday party, the Matilda Jocelyn Gage Center plans to celebrate all year long with new exhibits and activities highlighting Gage's contributions to the women's suffrage movement. All upcoming events will be on the center's website.